And we're live. Welcome to Eric and Lynda Live Holiday Party. I'm Eric.
And I'm Lynda. How are you guys today? I'm so excited about this party that we're going to have. We have all of our phenomenal guests that are coming on today.
Yes.
And they're going to share with you a little bit about their 2020 and going into 2021. And so let's get it started.
We are here to celebrate. Yeah, to get the party started. It's almost New Year. And so it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. I know that 2020 has been a challenge. It's been a huge challenge for many of us. And we have created different ideas and pivots, and God has given us vision and insight to do something different. And we want to just celebrate some of the people that we've had on our show in 2020 to come back and just celebrate them, to share, some of what they've went through and what they're going to be doing for the new year.
Why don't you start off with sharing about what you learned in 2020? And what you're going to do in 2021, Eric?
Well, what I learned is I love my wife more, and she's more exciting. And in 2021, I'm going to do it even more. And so I learned, through all of this, that we've been in quarantine for so long. I learned that, we really have to have patience during this time. Being at home with family and kind of just in the shut in and lockdown has given me the opportunity to listen more. And even, with our business, it's been very challenging for us. And, God gave us this idea to start this show to be able to give you, the people out there that are viewing, opportunity to come and share and inspire and motivate people to want to do a little more and take that next step and encourage one another. And so in 2021, I want you guys to stay tuned because we're going to do even more shows.
Awesome. Well, mine wasn't that long. Mine was what I've learned in 2020 is to really think before I speak. This is personal. So think before I speak. And then in 2021, I want to come in with more prayer and supplication in everything that I do before I do it, because that is truly what got me through 2020, is with much prayer and listening and hearing from the Word of God and just pivoting through the 2020. And we're still going to pivot next year, 2021. But we're pivoting towards the voice of God. So that's what 2021 is about for me.
Yeah. So it's exciting. So stay tuned. We got some great guests that will be coming on. Our first guest is Dr. Cynthia L. Chess. She was actually our first person on our show. Great inspiration, great admirer. I mean, she does some great things in the community. And so let's just bring her on and see what she has to say for 2020 and 2021 to come. Hey, Dr.
Hey, good evening. How are you all?
We are doing great.
This is such an amazing time. And I am grateful to be on. I'm going to watch my clock and make sure I get this in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I can talk. But I am really grateful. I'm grateful to see this year go as I was to see it come. But I'm also grateful to see the next year. And I'm going to preface it by saying this. I want everybody out there to pursue your dream. Don't give up on your dream, whatever it is. I need you to pursue your dream. I was asked to make a comment or to comment on one thing, and that is what I've learned through 2020 that I'll carry over into 2021. I'm going to give you three things on that real quick. And I may do some kind of a podcast or something later to kind of expound upon these things. But three things. Number one is that you cannot rush your seasons. So whatever the seasons are, you cannot rush your seasons. And I learned that. I learned you can't rush them. You cannot cause them to cease ahead of time, because every season has to run its course and you must wait on it, walk it out, work it out, and don't rush through it. That's one. The second thing I learned is that we must continue. I have to slow down because Eric's like, can you slow down? Can you slow down? Second thing, though, is that we must continue. If you have not started, then you start. You must be creative and you must be innovative. That's the only thing that got us through. When you are creative and innovative, no matter what happens, no one expected coronavirus, but those of us that were creative and innovative, we were able to shift with the time. We were able to shift with the season. Being creative means that I see the possibilities and I can generate ideas. But when I'm innovative, it takes me beyond just seeing the ideas. It causes me now to bring those things that I see into reality. So it causes the possibility to now become reality. I got one more, and I think I'm 50 seconds, 40 seconds.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yeah.
The last thing that I want to share with you is this: don't fear the challenge. And we must learn how to control change. So don't fear the challenge and don't fear the change. You must not allow change to control you, but you must get into position that you control the change. That means you are the one that makes it happen. Oh, I see what's going on the horizon. I see what's coming my way. I see the shifts in the land. Now, I've got to shift and change with that. I hope that helps somebody. But don't give up on your dream. Whatever it is, you got to dream again. Some of you have allowed coronavirus to cause you to give up and to cause you to quit. Don't give up. Don't quit. Keep it moving in this season. Eric and Lynda, thank you all for this time. You have done a phenomenal job. And a lot of the things that I have shared, you're doing and you continue to do. And we all get moments where we just want to break down and quit. But you know what? Yeah. You get that second wind and you just keep it moving. Amen. I love you all. Amen. God bless you.
Yes, God bless you.
Thank you so much. I wish I could have you on for much more. I've learned a lot in 2 minutes.
3 minutes or 4 minutes.
Okay, all right. God bless. Bye. Happy New Year, everybody. Go into it with great expectation.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. All right. Wow. What a great inspiration from Dr. Jess.
That was good.
Yes. That was good. Our next guest, we're going to be shifting a little bit. I know there are some of you waiting in the waiting room. We're going to be shifting a little bit. I'm still waiting for some other people to come in, but let's just go over to Nick Raboy. How about that? Hey.
Oh, you got me off guard there.
What's up? I know you did. I did a little bit because I know your time slot was a little different, but that's okay. So we're working on it. This is part of technology. You know it well.
Yes.
Yep. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing good over here.
Good.
Welcome to the party.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yes.
So I'm looking at the comments come in too. So I guess the question that you asked me was, what did you learn in 2020? And I think what I learned was take some time for yourself. Slow down. Don't overwork yourself because you never know when your time is up, right? So just take some time for you and family.
Yeah, that's important. And I know you've been taking a lot of time for yourself at home, working remote, and got a new baby. Yes. How is that for you?
It's pretty interesting. The baby's about 9 months now, so it's pretty interesting.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do different in 2021, Nick?
Yeah,
2020
probably
talk.
not work so much, hopefully.
All right.
Just maybe end my days on time or earlier, spend more time with the family, go do more activities. We're going to do a lot more camping in 2021. Going to
How
be
fun.
it's going to be good.
Yeah,
Good.
I was just thinking about that this morning is that life is too short and to really like enjoy your time while you're here. Enjoy smelling the roses. Take the time to smell the roses and spend time with family. So, that is a part of what I think that that I'm going to do in 2021. So, thank you for sharing that, Nick. That was confirmation
Yeah,
for
for
me.
sure.
Yes. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, man. Celebrate you. Thank you for all your support, helping us out over here
Yeah,
at
no
Work
problem.
Grind. You're always a great inspiration and a great help in technology.
Yes, he is definitely. We're gonna have to put
Thanks.
you more on the calendar for 2021. That's another goal of mine. Put
Yeah.
Nick on the
Yes.
calendar for 2021.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep. Is there anything else you want to say to the listeners before you sign off?
I don't think so. Just have a safe and happy new year.
All
Great.
right.
Thanks, Nick.
All right,
Appreciate you,
Nick.
man.
Thank
Yeah, for
you.
sure. Bye.
All
Happy
right.
New Year.
All right. Our next guest. This is kind of exciting. I'm getting excited, man. I'm seeing all these people in the waiting room, and it's just an inspiration. It's wow. So our next guest that is coming up, this guy is awesome.
Yes, he
And
is.
let's go ahead and welcome George Parrish. What's
Hey,
up,
good evening.
George?
How are you?
What's going
How you
on?
doing?
Hey, I'm doing really well. Doing really, really well. I hope you guys are doing well also. Happy New Year to both of you and your families. And
Thank
Lynda,
you.
Happy New Year to your mom. Hope she's doing well.
Much
And one of the
better.
things that I wanted to talk about too was 2020 a little bit. And one of the things I was really proud of is that there were 10 startups that came to me over the course of 2020. 10 startups that were in a lot of problems, that were really struggling just to stay afloat. And I'd love to say that each and every one of them made it through 2020. So I'm going to say that each and every one of them made it through 2020. They're all still kicking.
Yeah.
They're all still alive. And these 10 startups came from 7 different business verticals. I'm proud of each and every one of these startup companies that were able to listen to me. In a lot of these cases, almost every one of them, we had to do a lot of pivoting. We had to concentrate on generating revenue through this time. We had to learn how to sacrifice and trust each other's founders' goals and wishes, hopes, and dreams. 4 of these companies are currently what I call in play. So that 4 of these companies, we have they're looking to either be acquired or to have their services or products white labeled, or in the worst case scenario, told to go away and never come back. But in each and every one of those cases, in those 4 cases, if they move forward into 2021, they're going to be making the move from being a small company into a medium-sized company, and then we'll start talking about moving them into large enterprises that very well may go domestic as well as international in size and scope and growth. So I was 10 for 10, or they were 10 for 10 in 2020. And in 2021, I want to go 20 for 20. I want to help 20 companies get to the
Right.
promised land, stay afloat, get revenue jacked up where it should be, and see 20 companies move into 2022 ahead of the ball game and ahead of everybody else in their business vertical.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
good.
I'm so glad I have you in my sphere of influence.
Yes.
Well,
We appreciate you, George.
one of the most important things that 2020 taught every single one of us that went through this year is never quit. Never quit.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't care how dark it looks and how dark it gets for you and everything. That's the one thing as entrepreneurs you can never, ever do is to give up. And when you start looking at the total population of the world, when you start looking at 0.007 of the population of the world, that ought to give you some idea how much of the percentage are entrepreneurs. It's not a very big number, is it, when you start looking at it that way? So one of the
Yeah.
things that I did in 2020 also that I've done in every year since I'm probably the age of 25, I read 2 books, and only 2 books every year. And one of those books is the complete works of the poet Dylan Thomas and his play Under Milkwood. I read those every year, come hell or high water. And the other book I read is Aristotle's Poetics. So if we go back 2,400 years when that book's ideas were first put on papyrus, or it wasn't pen to paper at that time, there wasn't any paper. But if you start looking at those kinds of things, the thoughts that were put down at that particular point in time have survived 2,400 years. So I figure there really aren't any companies that have survived 2,400 years. So I'll start reading and keep reading the things that have survived that long. So,
Wow.
what do they have to do with business and leadership? I really don't know, but they have a lot to do with me. And so I just take those into consideration. And
Wow.
if there's nothing else in our lives that are inconsistent, that's the one consistent thing in my life.
Yes.
Thank you, George, for being so consistent and sharing with us.
That-
and we hope to have you back again soon.
You will.
Yes.
You will.
Thank you, George.
All right,
Appreciate
guys,
it. All right. All right. Our next guest is coming up here. This gentleman is nationwide. Barney Kramer. What's up, Barney? How are you?
I don't know. The rent, the sky. I don't know. A lot of things are up. It's great to be here. I think this is a wonderful idea for you guys to do this. And I was looking for my screen to put me at the other end of the Golden Gate, but I couldn't find it. So I'll have to be here in my own office. So yeah, Eric and Lynda, it's a thrill to see you guys. I mean, I have so enjoyed working with you, and boy, what a year this has been. George stole my line on it. I shouldn't have told him what I was going to say, but this year started off with all kinds of things in front of us, and then the bottom fell out. And when that bottom fell out, it was a real shock for some of us. We thought it was going to be a couple of months or so, and then we were going to get 211 ready to go. And boy, that didn't last a whole lot. But I've been in business a long time, and there are certain mantras that I live by, or principles that I live by, and one of them is just what George talked about, and it's never, never, never give up. As a part of my business, strategic management, as you well know, I work with some small clients, and just went in one segment of it, and I think I had 62 or 63 small clients that were startups and even fairly small businesses. A few of them have a handful of people on it, and some of them have been around, and some of them had for a while, and some of them are fairly new, and they had some really great people on it. And it just breaks my heart to know that probably half of those are done, and they're done not because they had to be done; they're done because they gave up on it. And I know for myself that whenever life has seemed the darkest and there was less hope than you might ever expect, was exactly the time you didn't want to give up in this world. And I don't know where you get that gene. I attribute a lot of it not to my brilliance, but probably to my Irish grandmother who didn't. She came to the valley here in 1925 with nothing and 3 little kids, and they plugged into the electrical outlet on the house next to them and lived the first year in a garage, 3 of them. And she provided a pretty good living for her family along with my grandfather, and because they came from that Depression area where you just kept doing what you had to do on it. My granddad would haul that big, huge carpenter's box from California and Harding Way here in Stockton, clear out to the San Joaquin General Hospital, and he walked. Wow. And once in a while he got a ride, and once in a while he didn't. And and I'm so grateful to have had that kind of history in my life. So, my message to everybody for 2021 is whatever you do, don't give up. There's got to be a way. And sometimes that way it's just a matter of encouraging one another and say, look, there's the way to do this. Find your friends, stick close to them, listen to them, and just remember you're not in this battle alone. And wow, I know there's a time limit on this, so man, you guys just I love what you're doing there. You've made a world of difference for a lot of people, and I just
Thank you, Barney.
You
That
made a
was
world
really
of a
good.
difference to us.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, and we
Happy
will
New
see you
Year.
in 2021.
Yes,
Happy
thank
New
you for
Year.
all your support.
Happy
Thank
New
you.
Year,
So
guys.
we're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Chris Steele. All right. Cool. These are some of our sponsors, some of our businesses out there. I hope you guys like our commercials. We're going to go ahead and continue with Chris Steele.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, there you guys are. Whoa. I tell
How you doing?
I love what you guys are doing. You know, you are such an inspiration as we connect. We're virtual, and you're doing it right, building community. Hats off to you guys for doing this. Love it.
Thanks, Chris.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank you,
that, man.
Chris.
Appreciate that.
You inspire us too, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it goes. I think it's kindred spirits, right? We kind of flock together. So, and this is what we need more of, right? And you know, you guys stepped up in 2020, and we connected, and we provided value to one another, and that's what it's all about, you know. And by the way, ditto, Cynthia, George, Barney, Nick. I mean, I love the energy. Everybody's saying the right stuff, right? And you know, what else do you say in the context of inspiration and realizing that I think somebody said the bottom dropped out and we don't have control, right? What do you do in that context? Well, you step up, right? You engage, you connect, even remotely and virtually. Like right now, look at me. I'm seeing your faces. We're practically in the same room, exchanging energy, exchanging love and respect. We get to do more of that. It showed up in 2020, and we get to do more of it in 2021, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
So what lessons have you learned in 2020?
Well, that was probably the biggest lesson, is that you can connect virtually as effectively face-to-face if you try and you go for it and you set yourself up for success and you create the systems to make it happen. I'm a business consultant and a trainer and a facilitator, and I've pivoted to virtual in 2020, and it's amazing how you can actually be in the same room, look at people in the eyes, make a connection, show up and actually exchange energy. That's what I've really learned and driven home in 2020.
What are you going to do in 2021?
So what I'm going to do, and I'll challenge everybody to do this in the context of business effectiveness. You know, I'm a businessman. I'm all about helping other business owners and business leaders succeed. Number one is confront. See things as they are. You know, realize that we got good things. We're blessed. We're ready to go. But you got to see what's your leadership style. You know, what's your capability, and confront reality. That's the first thing. Number two, focus. You know, focus on the future. Focus on what you want 2021 to be, with awareness of the way you think, of your thought processes and strategies that you've got, and systems that are going to work for you. And then develop a plan. So confront reality, focus, and number three, create. Make it as you see it, right? Engaging effective execution in the face of the odds, right? You know, which often are stacked against us, and let go of what you can't control. Everything I said, everything everybody else said, what do you guys have to say?
Yeah. Wow.
That
That's
is,
really good, Chris.
you need to have a series on that. Come out with it in 2021.
I see it, man.
That just might happen.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, man. you're doing it. We're going to keep doing it in 2021 together.
Yes.
And thank you for all your support, everything that you do. And we just celebrate everybody on this party tonight. I'm just so excited about what I'm hearing. That we didn't.
And you guys are doing it. I love that you're doing it. You guys are the reason this is happening. Hats off to you.
Wow.
Gratitude for that.
Thank
you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Happy New Year.
Happy
Let me know I
Year.
can support you. Make it a great one.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Wow. Our next guest coming up, phenomenal woman. She is the city of Tracy's new mayor.
Yes.
And her name is Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
What's up, Nancy? How are you?
What a pleasure to have you here.
I should have put Mayor Nancy, right?
Yes.
That's okay.
Oh,
I know who I am.
Thank you for being a part of our show. Thank you for coming on again and sharing, kind of your 2020 and what your plans are for 2021.
So
Okay,
what did you learn?
Yeah, just turn your turn.
All right. I know when we were here talking last time, we were talking about plans for the city, running for mayor. And so excited about all of that. Excited that I actually won. Yay. Woohoo. So, as I've reflected over this year, 2020, it's been a really strange year. For some, I say that it seems at some point in March, we stepped into the outer limits or into the twilight zone. And so, because it's just been a very different year for everyone. But some of the lessons learned, I was sitting here thinking about that. Some of the lessons learned, number one, is that to really appreciate every moment and don't take things for granted. Number two, and I'll go back and explain a little bit more, learn to be flexible, innovative, and creative. And then also another lesson that I've really learned is to really take time for you, for yourself, for your family, for your friends, because tomorrow is not promised. And so we want to look and going into 2021, I'm hopeful and positive, because as a man thinketh, so is he. And so many times, we can think gloom and doom, we can think negativity, and a lot of times that will happen. And so, but if we can start to just really think of positive things and hope for our future, then we can start to make those things happen and work towards those ends. So appreciating every moment. A lot of things we took for granted was that we were going to see somebody, or we were going to be in a meeting, or we were going to be in a float in a parade. All the things that I planned for my campaign this year did not happen as I had thought about last year. But this year I had to learn to be flexible. I was the first one to do a virtual kickoff, a virtual gospel concert, which was a lot, putting together. Couldn't have the people in the same room. But even as I look back at that now up on YouTube, I'm inspired and by it even now today, because it lives on beyond that particular day. And be creative. I mean, all these platforms that's come out now that wasn't out before, whether StreamYard or Zoom or whatever, and even the versatility and being able to actually relax and do a meeting from home and not have to get in the traffic, or not have to fully, getting dressed in a suit or whatever. Sometimes you're just in a meeting when it's just by phone, you have on your PJs, however. But just taking time. Yeah. I think that's the most important thing, is just appreciating everyone and taking time for each other in whatever way that you can. We have a family game night that's once a month with my family across the country, something that we didn't do before. So now we can actually see each other and connect in different ways.
So I think that's really good. Those are really good ideas and suggestions that, we all should be doing, right? I mean, if you're not doing it, you need to do it, just to connect and stay connected. So we appreciate you, Nancy. Thank you for being a part of our show and just taking the time to come on. And, all of you that, are on our show, we've gotten so many calls and texts that you guys inspired and, motivated individuals to start something, and, it sparks something. And this is what our show is about, to really give back and be a resource for people out there who may not be able to even come into our space right now, but just to hear your voices and hear words of encouragement. So I know she's looking at me. We're on a time schedule, but it's all good.
I want to say thank you, Nancy. I'm looking forward to 2021 as you roll into being in your position as mayor. Congratulations, Nancy, and thank you for all that you do.
And
Yes,
thank
thank
one
you.
thing for me to you is I just really appreciate your innovation and your creativity. Not just for your workspace, but all the things that you've had to adjust even throughout this year yourself. And you're really living it and you're showing it and you're an example to others and just creating the spaces to be able to do that. And I really appreciate you both.
Thank
you,
you.
Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy.
We'll see you 2021.
All right.
Thanks, Chanel. I see Tracy Mayer. Oh, all right. Bye.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right. Our next guest is Alicia Corrales. Let's bring her on. I just want to remind everybody, I know 2 minutes seems like a short time and it goes by really fast, but we are on a little bit of a schedule because we have people in our waiting room and they're ready to speak too.
That applies to you too, Eric.
Okay.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Welcome, Alicia.
Hi, everyone. Hi,
Welcome
guys.
to the party.
It's been exciting. I've learned so much. I'm like, well, I don't want to turn. I just want to sit and listen.
No,
Yes.
we need your voice. So what have you learned in 2020 and what are you going to do in 2021? Let's hear it.
Well, the interesting thing is, I told you guys earlier, I didn't know what I was going to say, and I prayed on it. And I have this book in front of me, and it says, God's story is bigger than this moment. And that's the message, is that through 2020, God has been bigger than COVID. He has been bigger than this lockdown, and he has been the reason why I'm still moving forward, even in our conversation earlier. And so, short and simple for 2021, wake up every morning, embrace the gift of life, hold on to God, follow it through, and just say yes to the day. And he'll take you further every day. And he knows where you're going, even when you don't. And just enjoy every moment, every second that you have, because it's precious. And Lynda and Eric, I can't even say enough of how you support me as I'm rising. And that's really important for me as a person, to allow others in 2021 to just be a support for me to grow and to take in. So 2021, a big pivot, but one we can all take with God.
Amen.
Amen.
See,
Thank you.
that was for me, Alicia. Thank you for being obedient and coming on the show and, hearing from God and sharing that with us. And you have spoke to me, directly to me. So thank you.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see you in 2021 in our new office next door. So,
Yes.
and I'm excited what God is going to do for SOAR as well. So love you.
Love you.
All right. Love you. Thank you. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Or a party hat.
All right.
All right. Our next guest is, who is our next guest? She's right here in the studio waiting for us, and
Yes.
it's Christina Wyatt. What's up, Christina?
Hey, Christina.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing great, thank you. So good to see you guys.
Yes.
Yes. That's
Virtual.
my little sister. My little sister out there, my little business sister. You know what? You are an inspiration. So I can't wait to hear what you have to say of your lessons in 2020 and what you're going to do in 2021.
So wow, 2020 has definitely been a year of growth for me. And I know, Lynda, we've known each other for a long time, but growth definitely is the word for me for 2020, not only as a mother, but personally and professionally. I've definitely grown with the opportunity that I had that just started with learning financial literacy and being able to share that with others. It has really impacted my family because I've been able to be here for my kids and support them all through distance learning. So I've had freedom of my time and really in control of my time when our family, and we've had people pass away from COVID through our family. I've been able to take time off to be with my family and not have to ask somebody, right? So also still have the opportunity to earn income and support my family that way. And then having a purpose this purpose is greater than I know. I know that everyone that I meet with, that I touch them in some way, and there's what they call the butterfly effect, right? They tell one other person, or they make a little change in their life, that it's going to impact generations for their family. So definitely growth for me, growth within my business. My husband is now a new business partner with me. So we're definitely a power couple going into 2021, which just makes it double the people that we'll be able to reach and help. And so, yes, we're just going to continue impacting one family one day at a time going into 2021.
Yes,
Wow,
you go,
that's
Christina.
good. That's
oh my
good.
gosh, I'm like your cheerleader in the background.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I love to see that, because
yes.
maybe a year or so ago, you were like, man, I want to do business. I want to do it with my husband. And man, it is here, and you're doing it. That is exciting.
Pandemic, definitely been blessed this year.
Hey,
Yes.
man, that is exciting. That is exciting. Well, thank you so much. And tell your husband we're going to get him on the show in 2021.
Yes.
I will I'll keep the calendar clear. Thank you, guys.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Christina.
thank you, Christina.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Wow, this is
Woo.
exciting. This is really
Yes.
exciting stuff. I'm like getting chills over here. Like, man, like what can I do next?
Right? Right?
Yeah. So our next guest coming up, all the way from the city of Tracy, Rhodesia Ransom. What's
Hey,
up?
Rhodesia.
How you doing? I can't hear you. I'm not sure if you're on mute. Let's see. I'm not sure, but I think she's trying to unmute herself, or maybe change your speaker or microphone, potentially.
You look good, by the way, girl.
But anyway, while we wait for her to get her mic, Rhodesia, she was city council here in the city of Tracy, owns and operates a nonprofit organization helping at-risk youth. And we're still waiting. Just give me just a second. How about we do this? I'm not hearing you, but let's just go to commercial break real quick, and we'll come right back.
All right. There we go.
Here we go. We are back. My goodness. I don't know if it's just the internet overall, but let's just go on. I know Rhodesia was having some little challenges, technical difficulties. Yep. So let's just go ahead and move on to Jose Castillo.
Oh, okay.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
How you guys? I'm doing great. Got me a little bit off guard. Oh, a second. Sorry about that.
Uh-oh, cut him off. All right.
Can you?
Life happens.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for putting this together. I've been learning a lot just listening to everyone, speak. It's been an inspiration. I wish I would have had a chance to meet a lot of these speakers, in person. But hopefully I will here in the coming year. And like everyone was saying, 2020 was a year, full of challenges and opportunities, for myself. That's the way it's felt to start off with a lot of challenges. Losing some accounts, and then I was able to find opportunities in the challenges, and I'm gonna take those with me, to the next year. I'm gonna move with you guys to a new place, and I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
Yeah, I really want to thank you guys too for not, for Workvine. I've met a lot of great people here. I've met some good business partnerships that have helped me, throughout this last year. And I'm looking forward to 2021.
Jose, you're really special to us too, because you are our first Workvine member. You know that? And you're with us.
Yeah.
So you are really special to Eric and I, and we want to thank you for just, growing with us. And so that's what it's all about. And thank you, Jose, for just hanging in there. I couldn't even say thank you enough, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the first day when I walked in here, and I said, "Oh wow, this is a nice place." And I didn't know I was your first member. I remember Eric telling me you can sit wherever you want, and I'm like, "Really?" Yeah, it was great. It's been a great ride. It's been a great experience, being here, and yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more great things to come. Listening to just listening to all the people who are part of this community. So
yes,
forward for that growth in this coming new year.
Well, thank you, man. We appreciate you, Jose.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you for all you do, man. And we look forward to growing with you and not giving up in 2021.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Take care.
All right. All right.
So Ben is next.
Yes.
Ben. Hey, where is his banner? Let me find it.
Ben Sanchez. What's up, Ben? How are you, buddy?
Hey, how are you two doing? Good to see you.
We're doing good.
Good to see you.
Yeah. It's great to be back and kind of see you guys again. And stuff in 2020 is been a lot of, really for me, it's been a lot of awareness and growth. I've been doing art since I was a kid, and I never really thought about doing anything with it. It was just kind of something I did, and I was so focused on doing other stuff. And now it's kind of like there's a purpose now, there's a passion for it, and it's something that I put and invest time, not just time and money, but a lot of positive energy into it. So, the goals that I kind of looked at for myself was years ago when I had the idea, this is kind of something I want to do. I don't know when I'm ready to do it, but now, 2020, I was ready to do it. Who would have thought all this would happen? But you still go through it. And I think really making a specific goal, like my very specific goal was to make a new Instagram for it. And I just had little things after that. I want to get a website up before the end of the year, which I do. I have a basic website for Minty Space, which is amazing. And there's just a little bit about me, some art where you can find me, and try and keep it simple, and then just kind of build the infrastructure. So I think doing smaller goals and goals that are doable within a certain time has been very beneficial to me. So, one of the standouts was having an opportunity to be a part of the Stockton Art League's winter catalog this year, which kind of, I happened to see something on Instagram because I've been talking to so many artists and people, so many amazing people on Instagram that are super positive. And I think one of the key things that I learned, because somebody asked me, do you ever get jealous of other artists? And I says, not really. I'm so focused on my own journey, but I'm so happy to see where they're at, because I'm at a different place where they're at. but I think you can just learn so much from so many people. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm just so busy trying to focus on my own craft, but I'm so happy for the people that were in this big catalog. So if you go to Stockton Art League's website, you can download the virtual catalog and see over 50 of us from Stockton, and so it's so surreal to me because I just threw my name in the hat and didn't think anything of it. And they said, yeah, submit some stuff to us. And so I'm honored to be a part. There's so much talent there. There's so many talented people out there doing art. And so it's an honor for me to be a part of that, because I'm just barely getting off the ground and going. I took such a long break from art. So it's very cool to do that. But a lot of growth, very key goals, and look for those opportunities. Like, I would have never thought of throwing my name in the hat for that, but it's definitely a risk worth taking. And here we are. There's a catalog with my art, with one of many. So it's very cool.
That is so cool. That is. And I remember you talking about it on our last live show that you were on with us, and about your art and how you put it on the back burner. But now, it's coming to life again, and I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to see what 2021 is going to bring for your newly found passion again, or rekindled passion. Yeah. So definitely get on the calendar next year, 2021, and I'm going to go and look at your art. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Great job. Congratulations as well. All right. Thank you. I think right now what we're going to do is go to a quick 1-minute break, and then we'll come back with Bob Kroon. We're back. All right, man. We're learning some new technology stuff today, and which is kind of exciting. We got commercials coming up and everything, trying to give you guys a little bit of marketing as well. And so let's see here in our room, our next person who we're bringing on, Lynda.
I think we should bring on Randy.
All right, Randy G, all the way from Las Vegas. Hey. What's up, Randy? You're on mute, man.
How you doing, fam?
What's up, man? Randy. Number one viewer.
Yes.
I'm the number one viewer right here. I'm with Katrina. Say hi.
What's up, Katrina? What's going on? Man, we just want to thank you guys, man, for always checking us out and putting some inspirational comments and things like that. I mean, it's great, man. Thank you for all your support.
Yeah,
you guys have been supporting us like from day one, even like when we grew up with each other in Milpitas, right? And when we started the shop years ago, when you were a officer, right?
Yeah.
And we were doing home networks back then, right?
Right.
And that was kind of like the little entryway to what Workvine is doing right now, right? So that's awesome, man.
Yeah. So what's your plans? I know, man, you moved to Vegas. You started another business in Vegas, or expanded your business to Las Vegas. And so what's your plans for 2021?
As far as, the main thing is find out where, and this was told to me, find out where people are moving to and buy there, because the Bay Area right now has had its time of building in the 80s and 90s and growing, where houses were and people were moving there. As you know, right now, it's very expensive to live there, right?
Yeah.
And businesses are starting to move out right now because of all the tax laws and things that they're implementing. So you're seeing a trend of people starting to leave, the Bay Area, California in general, just because of everything that they're implementing tax-wise. So there is a benefit to finding other places such as Las Vegas, such as Texas, Austin, Texas, and just know that you can set up shop. And the Bay Area has its own hustle. I mean, we came from like the technology, the knowledge and background of where things are going. So you have an edge when you move to these places and being ahead of the time and kind of setting up for that next wave. So a lot of business owners that might right now see it as an opportunity that can get in, in a different state where the prices are lower, right? And their overheads are lower, and they're able to, increase their margins. It's just a way to try and see if you can, retire early. It might be a way to cash out in the Bay Area, sell their house and pick up something where they could pay off, and don't have to worry about a mortgage payment, and use the equity that they built up in the Bay Area. So it's just planning wisely, because as we know, time is not, definite, right? In our time here on Earth, right? We need to set kind of experiences with our loved ones, right? And do the things that we enjoy before it's too late, So
it's important.
I think that's what we're going to do for 2021 is just concentrate on memories, things that, really, it's not about material things. It's not about, it's about the memories and the people you spend it with. Quality.
That's good, man. That's good. That's the second time I heard that today. Spending time.
And that's what you're doing, Randy. You're doing it. You're doing it. And so, and you're a grandfather too. This second time? Yep.
Oh, third time.
Wow.
Our granddaughter. And that's another thing. We haven't even seen our granddaughter yet throughout this whole pandemic. She was just born. Liliana Rose Garcia, and my daughter-in-law is watching the show right now because I sent her the link. And
shout out to Lily.
Shout out to Lily right there.
Lily.
We can't wait to see it in our family, So it's definitely, that's the one thing I do miss about the Bay Area is the friends and family, but it's not what we known it to be. And everyone is kind of taking that direction, moving out.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you for being on the show, man, and sharing.
Randy.
Thank you, Trina. What Trina? What's up? Thank you, Trina.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Right on, fam. Thank you for having us on. I appreciate it. Love you guys.
All right. Thank you, man.
Talk to you soon.
All right. Next guest. Who we have?
Rhodesia came back.
Oh, Miss Rhodesia Ransom. Let's bring her back.
Wow. Hi.
We're back.
Yes, we are. Yes. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened. I just got my laptop updated today, and this is the story of perseverance. I wasn't going to talk about perseverance, but 2020 has been a year of perseverance. I literally got off when you went to commercial and tried 3 different laptops before I could find one that was compatible with StreamYard. So here we are, and thank you so much for doing this. This is very positive and very uplifting and energizing as we close out this year. So thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, thank you for being a part.
Yes. So what have you learned in 2020, and what are you going to do in 2021?
Woo! Well, what I've learned is not to say what I'm going to do in 2021, right? It's really about, honestly, it's really about staying on the journey wherever that journey is going, right? And you all are a prime example of that. I knew you before you started Workvine. You knew me before I was who I am today, whoever I am. And it's all about, staying on that journey and
knowing that life comes with responsibility, and it's just really every day it's all about whatever that journey is, being grateful and showing gratitude. And throughout this pandemic, I've been so encouraged by all the different people who have found ways to still show gratitude for just the little things. You know, we may not be able to get together. We may not, you know, have the same opportunities that we normally would have, but we have some opportunities with every day that we wake up. And so for me, for 2021, I'm really about staying on that journey. And we've learned the word for 2020 has been pivot. So it's really been a huge pivot. And that's really what it's all about. It's, you know, staying positive. You know, people have been trying to figure out, you know, what to do. And it's really, if you can just stay positive, there's so much negativity constantly coming at us, around us, with what's real, what's not real, what's happening. And, you know, we can only control what we can control. And I think, you know, for me, that's what's really helped me get through this year is I can put my best foot forward, but I can only control the things that are in my control. And recognizing that and staying positive, I think is super important. And so that's just where I'm at. And yeah, it's so funny because you just never know who's watching when you're being positive. You know, so many times I know I personally have been tempted to just fall into the negativity and respond to things that come, you know, especially being involved in politics. It's really easy to get caught up in negative things, but you just don't know who's watching because you stay positive, and then people are telling me like, oh my God, thank you. That was so inspiring. And you help give me courage, and you help me find my own voice. And so, you know, those are things that you just don't recognize as you kind of stay on your journey through life. And that's really what it's all about, is just staying positive. And we can set all the goals we want. We learned that really quick, right? We had all these elaborate plans for 2020, but 2020 had different plans for us. So, but we persisted, right? And look at what you all are doing. It's very positive.
Definitely. Thank you. And you know what? 2021 looks good on you, girl. So I'm excited to see what you're going to do.
Thank you so much. Yes. It's all about us, really. Honestly, this has been a time, if no other time before, we had to come together in ways we've never come together before. And I really hope that we continue as a community to be united and move forward, because that's really what's gotten a lot of people through, is the opportunity for unity. And that's, you know, that's really what it's all about. And that really goes a long way for a lot of people. So thank you for everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
For all that you do. We'll see you in 2021.
Right. Yes, ma'am. All right. Thank you, guys. Be well.
All right. Keep up the good work. All right. Who do we have up next? I know we got some people in the waiting room. We got a lot. I think we are on Bob Kroon. Let's welcome Bob Kroon. And let's see.
Hey, you guys are going big time here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man. Happy holidays to you, Bob.
Yeah, this has been kind of fun to sit and listen to this.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being a part of our show, Bob. How is everything going with you?
Hey, really good. You know, I think last March we looked back at it and we all worried about it a little bit, but you know, I think for what I learned in 2020 is that what's the old saying? Necessity is the mother of invention. And a lot of people who were thinking about doing something, or maybe there's something in the back of their head. All of a sudden, that all got accelerated, and everybody acted, and so it's been kind of fun to watch. Fortunately, I think most of my clients they're all still in business, and many of them are thriving. They found ways they found opportunity in what occurred. Wow. I've seen I have one client who took his family to Hawaii for Thanksgiving, found out it was so cheap to stay there that they're still there. and we actually made an acquisition and closed on it all remotely. Never had to meet face to face. So wow. I think part of what we learned is that the technology is really very capable if you learn to do what you want to do, right? Yeah. Going forward, 2021, with a lot of my clients now, we're talking about where is the opportunity, because there's another pivot coming up, and that's when we either have herd immunity or the vaccines are widely spread, right? And we're going to come back to something different again, right? Probably not boomerang back to what it was, but what do we envision now for the next pivot, which is probably, give or take a few months, mid-summer, mid-year. And there's opportunity in that.
So opportunity. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, I've heard a lot. I've been even taking notes tonight because, it's making me think, like, we've pivoted a few times and we're still trying to create different ways to collaborate with one another. And, even this show tonight, it's like a party, and I'm excited about it. And I'm humbly grateful for everybody that's on, and, it's really exciting. And so I just appreciate what you're doing for your businesses that you work with, Bob.
Yeah. I don't have any restaurant clients, but I think I'm fascinated by it because the new the latest bill that went through Congress makes eating out business expense 100% deductible. And wow. So where restaurants before, last year, a lot of them closed and there were troubles, and and now we're coming to this next pivot, right? And people are just anxious to get out of jail here and go do something. A restaurant may go from the worst business to be in to the best business to be in.
Yes. Wow, that's good. Well, thank you, Bob. Thank you, man. We appreciate you for being on our show and sharing.
Yes, Bob.
And
you're welcome. You're welcome.
You have a happy and wonderful new year.
Yes,
you too.
And we'll bring you back on the show next year.
Yeah.
And
all right.
I know all my I'm commenting and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, who do we have coming up next? It looks like Nilo Williams is coming up. What's up, Nilo? How you doing?
Good. Hi, everyone. How are you two doing?
We're doing great. This is fun.
I know.
There's a lot of things going on back here.
Thank you so much for inviting me to this party. You guys are so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
So what did you learn in 2020 and what are you going to bring in 2021?
Well, this year sure has brought on new changes and challenges for everyone. I'm so glad this year is almost over. Year 2020 has taught me to slow down and smell the roses, to run my business in creative ways. As you know, I'm always on the go. So it's kind of helped me slow down a little bit, and especially with the family situation too, it's really kind of brought my focus to most important things in life,
Yeah.
So in the previous years, I would have lots of public seminars. Of course, as an insurance broker, updating Medicare folks, I would have a lot of public seminars during the month of open enrollment. I would update my members, do a lot of face-to-face. So this year I pivoted through COVID by utilizing the Zoom meetings. I love Zoom meetings. It is so easy, so fun. Where I was meeting my members face to face. I used a lot of the mail service to update my members since they didn't have the latest technology, the Zoom. I gifted out a lot of sanitizers and disinfectants. And of course, I sent a lot of heartfelt letters to my members to give them a sense of unity while, we're all in the midst of this pandemic. Although I've been taking the social distancing seriously, I hold Zoom meetings every Wednesday still, just to update everybody. Been doing that for a few months, and I will continue doing that. But for next year, I plan on working with the both of you. So I hope you guys have room for me in the new building.
Oh, yes.
Growing our business, and I hope to pray that we get back to the normal 2020 COVID free.
Yeah. Wow. That's good. We look forward to you coming and filling up some more seats in here as well.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Milo, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Give your mom a hug for me.
Thank you. Be safe. Happy New Year. Don't party too much.
No.
You don't. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Next guest is coming up all the way from the Bay Area, Donna Blitzinger. Hey, Donna. How
Hi,
are
guys.
you?
For those who don't know me, I'm Donna Blitzinger. I am the founder and CEO of Dyer Stevenson, which is a strategic business management company. And I'm located in Berkeley, California. So first of all, I want to thank you, Eric and Lynda, for creating this forum for small business. The webinars and virtual meetings have connected many of us at a time when we need to interact with other businesses who are experiencing the same challenges. For me, the past year forced me to reposition my business in terms of my services and potential clients. In 2019, most of my practice centered on international entrepreneurs who were coming to the US, primarily to the Silicon Valley, to learn about our secret sauce and how we do business here. A group from France was scheduled to be here for a week in May. By March, we knew we had to postpone. Within a month, we knew we would need to postpone at least until 2021. Working with you, Eric and Lynda, helped me in a number of ways. First, through people like Chris Steele, I heard how to use Zoom as a portal to reach out to an audience. Eric and Lynda taught me how to use it for presentations and conversations. I want to thank you for that on-the-job training. Looking at 2021, I'd like to concentrate on working with small businesses that are going through pivots like me. I'm also encouraged by client success in my career coaching business. The most recent landed a job during COVID, started within a week after she was interviewed and hired, and was on the job in December before the end of the year. Wow. I'd love to help more people reach that kind of goal. So I'd say reach out to me to chat about your business, about your desire for a career change. I would be honored to work with you.
Wow. Thank you, Donna. You know what? I might have to get on your calendar.
That would be lovely. That would be lovely. We know how to do this now virtually and on Zoom. And so we know how to do this. I heard someone earlier say that she learned this year to slow down. And I wasn't going to say that, but will say that I did learn how to slow down. I'm a Silicon Valley kid. So my life was always go, 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 and try to do 50 things at one time. But this year, I learned to slow down a little bit. I learned to appreciate things like the people around me and how valuable it is to know people like you and others, that we reach out to help each other. And I've learned a lot in that aspect this year. So thank you.
Thank you, Donna. We appreciate you. And you do an excellent job on the presentations on Zoom.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. We'll see you in 2021. Thank you so much.
And thanks for inviting me.
All right,
Happy New Year. See you.
Happy New Year to you too.
All right. Next guest is
Cliff.
Cliff DeBow. Cliff. Hey, welcome, Cliff.
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing there?
Oh, I'm doing awesome.
Great.
I appreciate you folks for doing this. This is great.
You're welcome.
Yeah, what a time of year, huh? This is great.
Yes.
Opportunity is how we take it.
Yes.
And one of the things we did with Ready for Rescue, which we focus on the response industry and in-home help for the consumer, was how to pivot. And if you pivot long enough, you're back to where you begin. So I don't want to get that far. That'll come later. But we use this time for growth on a personal side for myself. And I pass that on to the people I work with as much as possible. And we have, as a young startup, I feel fortunate that we are classified as a healthcare provider in the education side. So that'll help us going into the year. And we've developed this program, as I had mentioned to you folks when we did the show earlier, that we can do the home inspections so that I'm a certified senior safety specialist now, and we can put all this together. And I got news today that I sent an email to the company that certified me about their products, and they said they'd be happy to have their products with us today. It's an electronic care provider, electronic caregiver.
Wow.
And I'm like, whoa, this is good stuff. And you have delays because you can't interact with people, and you have to think, okay, how do I do this? And so you have to be patient and let that delay serve you, so you can take a look at everything again and see where the holes are in what you're trying to do, and how to make it go forward from there. So it's a time of reflection. And one of those reflective moments, I joined a meditation group, and that's been a whole nother community for me. And there's usually 10 of us that meditate together in the mornings from 7:30 till 8. And that's furthered things too. It gives you that internal look as well as the external. So it's been a time of growth for us, and I think that's a great thing. There's that opportunity, and you get into the swing of how households work because you're home all the time now.
Yeah,
the majority of it. And so you're like, I think I need an office somewhere to escape.
Yeah, right here.
Yes.
I would love for you folks to be closer. I really do.
Yeah. Well, good. It's good to hear that you're pivoting. You're doing things different. And in 2021, you're going to continue to grow and expand. And this is what we like to hear. And this is one of the reasons why we have this show, to share everybody's ideas and what they're doing. And, maybe there's a way people can reach out to one another, or we can create a contact list so that we can continue to build these synergies to help one another in business and entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Absolutely. And if people want to get a hold of Ready for Rescue for what we do, it's readyforrescue.com. The email is info@readynumeric4rescue.com.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Put it in the chat.
Again.
So you can go back on Facebook and put it in the chat, and that way they can link on it.
Yep.
All right.
Thank
you, Cliff. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you again. I'm very grateful. Thanks again.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right. We have a few more guests that will be coming up, but right before they come up, let's go to a commercial break. Woo wee, this is a party. We are back. Man, holiday parties are hard. But it's all good. We celebrating you guys today. Our next guest is coming up, Stephen Gartrell. Did I say that right?
Gartrell. Yep. Hey.
Gartrell. I knew I got that right.
Good to see you guys again, and thank you for inviting me to the party. I'm glad I'm not hosting. It's just you. That's why it's hard.
You know, we enjoyed you. We met you on our live show, and you were so inspirational. Yeah. So I can't wait to hear what you've learned in 2020, the lessons you've learned, and what you're going to do in 2021.
And I want to share one thing with you before you get started. That story that you told about being in the major leagues, I was able to share that with my nephew, and it really inspired him. And, wow. You know, his work ethics just went from, you know, it was already high, but it really got into his mind and like, man, I'm taking this to the next level. So appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate the fact that you guys created a platform for small businesses and entrepreneurs and just nonprofits. So yeah, for 2020, this is going to sound super cliche because I've been listening this whole time. For me, it was that obstacles lead to opportunities. And I really felt like this year, there was so many obstacles in front of us, and we had to come up with ways to be innovative, to be creative, to come up with something that we would not have done in any other fashion. So obstacles lead to opportunities. That also felt like on the spiritual side for me too. That was another thing, because I feel like obstacles lead to a deeper relationship with God too, because you're like, oh, this is a time to pray, because you're always worried. Now it'd be great if we always prayed all the time. But usually when we come up against something that there's opportunity in building a relationship, there's opportunity in building your business, there's opportunity in building my nonprofit and in helping youth. And then personally, 2020 was weird for me personally, because my wife and we had our baby girl, but my wife had a very scary pregnancy where she almost died, and it was a miracle. So I'm just so glad that the other lesson that I learned was to cherish every moment. Prioritization, family over as much as I possibly can. But then it's weird because I also learned to slow down, but also to have a sense of urgency, just because we don't know how much time we actually have. So when you have the time, do the work, because you don't know who you're going to impact. So there we go. That's what I've learned.
Wow, that's great, man. Good job, Stephen, man. Yes. That is really good.
Yes.
That is really good.
Obstacles become opportunities. I wrote that down.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. All right, Stephen. We'll talk soon.
Yes, we will. Bye.
All
right. Next guest. Two more. All right, we're wrapping this thing right on up.
Yep.
Here we go. We're coming in with Louis. There we go. Change his name. What's up, Louis?
How you guys doing?
Good, man. Where are you right now?
I'm currently in Fairfield in America, but I just came back from Liberia. Liberia, Chicago, Joshua Tree. I was doing a little bit of traveling everywhere.
Yeah, I seen some pictures. I was like, man, this dude going all over the world, making a change.
Part of the mission.
Good.
Yeah. So what lessons have you learned in 2020, and what are you going to do in 2021?
Okay. So one of the lessons, something that you see me doing right now, is really to learn how to breathe more, conscious breathing, taking deep breaths. I just want to second everything that everybody's saying, but outside of that, what thing I didn't hear is like breathing more, drinking more water, and meditating. And one thing I would put like a little thing that I learned this year is called savers, that I try to do every morning, which stands for silence. The S is for silence, the A is for affirmations, the V is for visualization, the E is for exercise, the R is for reading, and the S is for scribing or writing. And so this is a technique that helped me stay on track with centering myself, making sure that I have my business goals in front of me, and be able to, stay on a vibration frequency like people like yourselves and everybody in this group.
Wow.
Can you put that in the chat? that was
yeah. Send that to us in the email.
Or put it in the email, because I want to write it down, but that was a lot, and I want to remember it so I can use it.
Keep
in
her focused.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll put it in the chat when I'm off of it.
Yeah, so everybody can have it. But that's a good one about breathing. I actually wrote that down in one of my goals is breathe before I speak, especially when I'm angry. So take a breath, like a 10-second, like hold my breath.
Definitely.
What's your plan for 2021?
Man, to incorporate all the things I just told you, first of all, but also to I really want to connect with you guys, because for my trips out in Liberia, there's some things that I feel like I can partner up with you guys with. So I would love to come by the Work Vine 209. Are you guys open now?
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So I'd like to come work with you guys. I'd like to we're looking to recruit more from our organization, Unite, which as I said, I'm going around the world and my whole goal is to unite the world. But just right now, we're started with, Unite Liberia, Unite Vallejo, hopefully Unite Tracy or Unite 209, going on next. And yeah, just really work with like-minded individuals, gain more people, because right now it's just me and my co-founder Jasmine. Also like to shout out Chanel for just having this great plug. So thank you.
Good, man. Well, good, man. We look forward to working with you in 2021. Definitely. I know we talked about all that, connecting and creating the 209. That's going to happen for sure.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming on and being patient. You got something else?
Oh, I was just going to say this. I have a website, unitevirtualnetwork.com. Everybody, I got that up. So go follow the website. And also we're on Instagram at Unite Virtual Network.
Put that in the chat. Put that in the chat.
Definitely.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thanks, Lewis.
Thank you, guys. Thank you to Hawkins family. You guys rock.
All right.
Woo, last but not least. But this is like, oh my gosh, he's like a father figure to me.
Yeah.
Very like wealth of information. Just, I mean, he's a rock star too. Like he's a beast. Go ahead.
Yeah, he is a beast, because we rode bikes and he just beast moded over me, man. I thought I was young and I didn't know, but this guy rides. What's up, Bill? This is Bill.
Hey, good to see y'all.
How you doing, man?
Fine, Eric. How are you?
We're doing great over here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the invite. I'm Bill Leach, president of Flip Office Furnishings. We're out at the Port of Stockton, and I had the very good fortune of being introduced to this fine couple through Barney Kramer, and was enough to help them with selecting furniture and setting up Work Vine 209 a couple of years ago. So the business deal was great, but the relationship is the greatest. I love them, and we've had some good times and some work together, and it's been, quite an adventure.
Yes.
They've lived my adventure with me, and I've lived it with them. So it's really wonderful to end this year with this group. And through you guys, Lynda and Eric, I mean, I've had the fortune of meeting George and, really enhancing the relationship with Barney and so many other Jose and so many other people that you guys have really been a conduit to bring a lot of us together. And, you're doing good work, and, it's just the beginning. You just kind of broken the ice, and, who knows where this will go. It's going to go somewhere. So I want to, support you and be along for the ride, and where I can help, I want to help. So.
Yeah, Bill, we appreciate you, man. You always give us so much wisdom and direction. You've ran a business for, many years, and I mean, your input has always inspired us and helped us, choose what direction we want to even go in. And so we really appreciate all that you do for us in our friendship, and I want to be like you, man. I keep telling people, I got to share this, because we went riding on a bike, and I thought, oh man, I'll be able to do this. but you did it, and you inspired me to go and climb that mountain again. So, man, thank you for that. Right?
Oh, man. It's it's overcoming struggles. That's the sense of accomplishment, and no matter what it is. I mean, I was thinking about I was riding with a group, and I was talking about some of my accomplishments, and then after we were through riding, I kind of go, man, was I bragging? But I think what it is it's not bragging. It's like, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can, you certainly can.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Other people. I'm not extraordinary. I guess I just I work hard at it, and I don't give up, Barney. I don't give up.
Yeah.
So let me kind of a few things I wanted to share on what I've learned, if that's okay. 'Cause I thought about it. You asked, and I thought about it, and we pivoted in a way, but we're a brick and mortar business, and the pivot was to really force the business to rely more on current methodologies, technologies, whether it's video, inventory control of computerized inventory control. It really forced us to be better at what we do as a brick and mortar office furniture distributor. So that was part of it, and really emphasizing that and getting those controls in place. I think in the sales cycle, I mean, I've been working remotely since February. I mean, I go into the office once in a great while, but I use technology, video, communication. We used to talk on the phone. Now we can talk on a camera, and actually we can have better communication with this new way of doing business than we ever had before. So that's a plus for all of us. Most small businesses, if you take advantage of this and really utilize and integrate it, it's really an advantage. We've moved into a new dimension of doing business, and we probably do it better. The other things that I've worked on is, I've been biking, so I've worked on my health, but I've also read a lot of books. I've gotten involved, and Lynda suggested that I sign up for Disney management training, and I took that at heart. I didn't sign up for it, but I've gotten involved with some Covey and some other leadership training materials. So I'm working on my own personal management style and techniques, and just self, and trying to be a better person, a better leader, a better manager, a better sales guy. So I those are the things that I think I've accomplished. I turned over the reins to the business floor to other people, and I think that was a move that I needed to do. It's forced that hand, and I think that'll be good for the long term and health of the business and the company and the individuals involved. So,
wow.
2021, just more of the same. I spend more time with my wife. We've taken some nice drives during the week, up into the foothills and explore some areas. And we can't really travel too far, but we have used the time. And she was a gardener for many years, and now I'm becoming the assistant gardener. So I'm helping.
Wow.
So that's kind of the deal with me.
Good.
What an inspiration.
Yeah.
So, Bill, I want to say thank you for joining us, for being a part of our lives, for being a part of our business, for being you, Bill. Come out and hang out with us. But most of all, Happy New Year, and tell your wife Happy New Year too.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you guys. And everybody on the call, on this show, Happy New Year.
Yes.
Wish you all the very, very best.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Signing out.
All right. Wow, this was an exciting show. I just got one more guest that I got to bring on. She's in the back. I know she's probably going to shake her head and say no, but I got to bring you on. She's our backbone. She's done all these videos and commercials for us, and I'm going to bring you on. She's shaking her head no, but you are it. What's up, Cheryl T? She's the one behind the scenes that did the commercials, the video. Man, we appreciate all your work and support, and I couldn't not bring you on. Sorry, but you get celebrated too because you do a lot, in the community, and with your business, you have several different with musicians and your comedy shows and so much. So tell us how you're going to pivot into 2021.
I'm just gonna allow my steps to be ordered by the Lord. I'm gonna stop trying to figure it out. I think the one thing He taught everybody is that you don't know what's going on. Trust me and allow me to guide and lead, because I already have a plan that has already been laid out. And if you walk in it, it's gonna be a whole lot better for you. So that's just what I'm doing. Trusting Him, having faith, and letting Him order my steps.
Wow.
Amen.
Amen.
Not only do you help us with the, this live show and, our business, but you have really ministered to Eric and I just in the short period of time that we've been working together. I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
You are, you hear from the word of God and you speak and you don't hold back. And that's what I appreciate about you.
Yeah.
So keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait to see what God has planned for you in 2021. Pastor, I guess Eric called you pastor earlier, Pastor Shelty. We love you.
Amen. Love you guys. I'm excited about it as well.
Yes, thank you so much.
Take me off.
All right.
So good. I was good.
We got this closing video for you. Want to put it on for us, Shelty?
Thank you all for. Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Lynda. We want to take this opportunity to say thank you.
Thank you for all your support during 2020. 2020 has been very challenging for us all. Even at one point for us, we thought about throwing in the towel.
But instead, we decided to go in the direction God has provided for us.
And God provided us with an idea to create the Eric and Lynda Live Show,
where we interviewed people across the nation to bring comfort, excitement, and encouragement into your homes.
So as we continue this journey, we want you to be a part of it.
Stay tuned for our pivot in our Eric and Lynda Live Show. But most of all, we want to say stay safe
and be blessed.
And so, Happy New Year's, everyone.
Happy
Thank you
New
for
Year's.
partying with us tonight. And
see you in 2020.